Oh yeah, you heard it here first. Today we're running a durability test on this Tarmac S-Works SL8 frame set I have right here. And yes, it's chopped in half. And you guys might be asking yourself, Grant, why are you doing this? Because ever since I have this YouTube channel, there's been this preconceived notion I've always had in my comment section about how brittle carbon frames are. I've also seen a ton of YouTube content be out there consumed by others who really love to see carbon fiber frames get chopped up and take it to carbon fiber experts, and they have their opinion on it. I consume YouTube content with cycling involved. I kind of dabble into those videos myself, but I never really saw the conclusion of them. I really never saw the outcome of them. It was always a carbon fiber expert or these people inside the video kind of showcasing and talking about, yeah, I don't like that. That's not ideal. I wouldn't do that. If I was to do that, that'd be better. This I don't like here. This is off by 0.xxx5. Too much carbon in this area. Too much paint around the area. Okay, yeah, so what's your final verdict? Final verdict is it's okay to ride. I don't think anyone would actually notice anything I'm saying, but it's not ideal. So I don't have a carbon fiber expert that I know of, and this is just gonna be a very relaxed video. We're gonna do a couple squeeze tests to the down tube to see how strong this are. We're gonna put my whole weight on the down tube to see how it holds up. We might do a couple drop tests on there. As you guys can see, I have a big no-no going on by clamping down the down tube, or the top tube, but maybe we'll go ahead and see how many squeezes it takes to go ahead and crack. Carbon fiber has come a long way. And in today's video, we wanna do some fun durability tests with this. Now, you guys might be asking yourselves, how did you come into possession of this carbon fiber frame that is cut like this? Missing a top tube, missing your seat stays, missing your rear stay. This was offered to us by Specialized as like a build kit bike. It actually got damaged before making it to any stores, and they basically said, hey, you can buy it at a discounted price and take all the parts off it and build a frame up at your store. So we took that offer and they sent us the frame as is. So we're gonna just have some fun with it. Also show off the fork as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Also, one of the coolest things we got out of this thing is a Specialized labeled back scratcher. I feel faster. So I'm gonna start the bidding off with this thing for $2,000. No low balls, I know what I have. Feel free to email me your best price. Now you guys also might be wondering yourselves, Grant, why not just go ahead and take it to a carbon fiber repair shop and rebuild this thing up and maybe ride it or do a video like that? When we bought it, obviously Specialized cut it like this as is because they don't want that to happen. We got it at a discount price. So after this video, this will probably go either in the shop or maybe at my house or on the wall as a memento. It's a pretty cool, nice piece of wall art to have swerks on your wall. So definitely, I'm a fanboy of it and I love the way it looks. Now, let's get into this bicycle and do some squeeze tests on the carbon fiber and see how it holds up against my strong hands, double grabbing, and also we're gonna put on full body weight. I'm talking about knee to tube, feet to tube, 200 pounds of raw American man on top of this thing, all right? Test subject number 1, in stand, 2024 Specialized Tarmac SL8 S-Works, size 56. Weight of frame, 680 grams estimated. Paint jobs will vary. What we have here is missing rear seat stay, top tube. There is no seat post with it. We have a front fork, but we'll be playing around that after. First test, the down tube squeeze test. Now, I don't know why people love these type of tests and always was talking about how carbon fiber can bend. Carbon fiber is meant to bend. Carbon fiber goes under a lot of wattage and pressure when sprinting. Sprinters can put out up to 1800 to 1900 watts, and this carbon fiber has to be able to absorb it. If it was straight and strong and structurally sound with no bend to it, it would fracture. Carbon fiber is meant to take some bending, just like hockey sticks when the pro hockey players shoot the puck. So let's go ahead and squeeze this thing, dual hands with our thumbs into it right now. I'm 200 pounds. I can curl 40-pound dumbbells up to 10 times. I don't know my max. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see, this down tube is very strong structurally. I'm not getting any kind of give on here. All right, I don't know what this information does for you or what you're gonna do with this information ever in your life, but you can talk about it to your friends at work, maybe near the water cooler whatsoever. But let's go ahead and see if I can get any dents out of here. We're gonna put some squeeze into here right here. Okay, nothing bending. Next test, we're gonna put this beautiful frame on the floor. I'm gonna put my weight on it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this cracked, okay? Because of the fact that I am heavy, and this is not meant to do this. This carbon fiber frame is meant to support your weight all the way throughout the frame. But let's go ahead and just put my weight on here. £200. I'm not holding anything. Hands are down here. Nothing. On one structural point, there's no bend. Let's see if I can get a different camera angle. I don't know if this camera angle is gonna be good. We're gonna test it real quick. I'm telling you, these carbon fiber frames are coming a long way. All right, here we go. We're on it. No hands. And again, that's pretty structurally sound. Let me test the camera angle. I didn't even realize that, but a lot of the weight was on this freaking seat stay right here. And that thing didn't even break either. That's crazy. We'll talk about the seat stays and the fork in just a second, because a lot of people think that a preconceived notion of how strong a frame is when you squeeze the seat stays, the rear end of the bike together and they move. The bikes aren't meant to move to be stiff just by themselves. They're supported by a rear wheel in there with a solid axle and then also a full alloy hub. That's where the structure comes from, but that's wild. Again, I'm 200 pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and put my knees on here and see what happens. Again, guys, I don't know what you're gonna use this information for. Maybe you could talk to your bike shop about it. It'd be like the topic of conversation. Okay. I guess I'm bony knees. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, structurally stiff. They did a really good job with this frame on here. All right. That's not the bend and the bend in here is not ideal, but I don't think anyone naturally would feel it while riding it. Next test. Before we get our next test, we can do a nice little deep dive into here. And again, with those videos where they cut them open and they see like, oh, there's some sloppy here, and the inside of here I wish was done a little bit better and cleaner. These companies, not even Specialized, all these frame companies are making thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of frames. I wouldn't. They're not showing the inside of the frame to the consumers. I wouldn't expect it to be perfect. Now, again, like I said, if there's a carbon fiber expert there saying, yeah, I would have done it a different way. Yeah, if you're making one frame, sure, you can go above and beyond. But these things are being mass produced up to a specific quality being sold, and that's why there might be some leftover glue in there. There might be some crinkles in there from a bag being blown up to the carbon fiber frame. I don't know how they're made. That's not my industry, but we'll see. Now, as we can see in here, this is a huge no-no. Any experienced mechanic might go ahead and gently put the top tube of a bicycle inside of here while running Di2. But everyone knows that this can be a recipe for disaster if you do not know what you're doing. I do not ever recommend you guys to clamp your bicycle by the top tube of a carbon fiber frame, because it can literally break. It can fracture, it can structurally, it can break. And what can happen is if the bike can be in the work stand, it could be very tight. An inexperienced guy can go ahead and try to pull out to get a better angle. And it can be really tight, and you can get a nice little break out of it. Or they can just clamp it down too hard like so, and then get it tight on it. Ideally, when we run the wires for Di2, for the front derailleur and the rear derailleur, we will put a rag, maybe some foam inside here, and not clamp in here, but just kind of leave it sitting in here so that way it's easier to work on. And as soon as we have the seat post installed, then we go ahead and clamp the seat post to here. Do not clamp your carbon fiber bike sprayer. But just for fun, let's see how strong these things are structurally and how far they've come. I mean, that's uber tight right there. I know you guys don't really have a gauge for this, but this thing is really giving me a lot of resistance on here. Okay. I hear it cracking a little bit. I mean, no lie. That thing is clamped down crazy hard than I would do any other C-post on there. Holy crap. And still I see no bend. I mean, that thing is down on there. Let me get some glasses. All right, we're still at the same position. Let's go ahead and give it some more cranks. I'm scared, to be honest with you. Like, okay, no lie. You can hear it cracking. This would be a really bad day for anyone's frame, and I would not recommend anyone riding that after that. It's still cracking. But I have not heard an explosion on there. And that thing is crazy tight. That thing is uber clamped down. I mean, look how many threads are sticking out here. Oh my god. Okay, I'll do a couple more. Hold on. It's like, hold on. Let me set the camera. All right, here we go. That's wild. I mean, that's wild, dude. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do right there. Maybe because of the fact that it's right next to the C-post, it's a very, very structurally sound over there. I don't know how it would be in the middle of the top tube. But dude, I'm telling you, I'm using all my force to throw this damn thing. I probably look like such a tool right now. I can't even get a damn grip on there. Oh! Oh! Ah! I mean, bro. Okay, let's undo it. 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 Okay. Gotta move to it. Oh, so yeah, we got some frame. Let's go ahead and look up at this. All right, so there we go. We can see the actual marks of where the clamps are going into it. Definitely the frame is ruined. You wouldn't be able to ride this thing at all. Maybe if it was like your personal bike, your mechanic did this, you can get a carbon fiber repair for it. But yeah, that thing is completely shot. But I'm surprised. I was actually waiting for this thing to shatter. Like, I wanted to see this thing like, gah. But yeah, so that's pretty cool on there. Let's go ahead and do a drop test on this thing and see how it withholds to any kind of impact on here, right? So I was looking at the frame to figure out where I'm going to drop test this thing at. We don't have a top tube. The rear stays are non-existent. You have the front fork, you have the bottom bracket. The head tube is already damaged. I was going to throw on the top. I was going to throw out the head tube, but the head tube was already came like this damaged from shipping when we got it. So I don't know what that would show. But let me just drop it from like, I don't know, like a normal bike height and see if I can get some marks or some on there. Coffee shop, bikes on my hip. I'm telling a funny story. People are around. I'm amusing them. Yeah, so anyways. And then he said, I'll buy 6 S-Works. Bike falls. Oh, that sounds horrible. There's not going to be any damage to that. There's not going to be any damage to that. You might get some scratches on there. Maybe some. But there's not going to be any show damages to it. Yeah, it's hard to gauge on that one. I don't know if the drop test is good. Just I know carbon fiber is really, really hard to break. Carbon fiber brokey. So here is the aftermath of it. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's like not too bad, as in like, I sound like a friend who's trying to support his friend just dropped his S-Works. That's not too bad. That's fixable. We'll put some glue on there. I mean, yeah, dude, that was a really hard smack. But yeah, I mean, what else do you think is going to happen right there? And last but not least, I want to show you guys the fork situation, what I'm talking about here. To show you guys an example of what I'm talking about in terms of a wheel support. So, we all know that carbon fiber is meant to bend, like I said before. We have in here a through axle, as is. With nothing inside of here like a wheel, the front fork has flex. As we can see. It's meant for that. That's what it's designed to do. But when they design these bicycles, they're designing them, they're engineering them around a wheel being inside there with a piece of alloy to fill this space. So after you do that, this won't flex like that, and this will act like the rigid force is supposed to, and give you that kind of compliant feel vertically, but also be snappy laterally. Not literally, but laterally. Let me show you. So this might not be rocket science to everyone, but no wheel, forky movie, put in front wheel, put in said through axle, now forky, no movie, because now we have structure here. We have stability. So that is the idea behind that. And that is all for this durability test of this Specialized Tarmac S-Works SL8. I don't know what you can use this information for. I just wanted to show you guys off it and figure have some fun with it. A lot of these pieces on this bicycle are carbon fiber. Will they last forever in terms of if you're in a crash, will they hold up? The bikes are not meant and designed to handle a crash. They're not building these bicycles to say, how long can we make these things last in terms of a crash? They're meant to be as fast and as light as possible for riders who are riding them. Carbon fiber has come a long way, and I definitely recommend if you have not tried a carbon fiber bike and you are still stuck on your steel is real, or your titanium's better, or your alloys phase, that's fine. It might be a choice of riding, but carbon fiber structurally has become a very, very nice longevity product. And I feel like any brand out there, they're making some good quality stuff there. So keep that in mind. Carbon will always be a little bit more comfortable than those other harsh materials out there. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I just want to have some fun with this frame before it goes on my wall. But thank you again, guys, as always, so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right?